Okay, I see it.
NFL Nation, how you doing, baby? Come on in. Welcome to As the NFL Turns, baby, the fastest growing pregame show on all the social media. I'm one of your hosts. I'm Dolph Jackson, baby. We're in the building. We're getting you ready for your Sunday football, baby. Again, I'm not alone. I'm joined by my brother, and without any further ado, Carlos, introduce yourself to the fans.
What's up,
man.
y'all? It's your boy Carlos Clayton and the homegirl PJ. We are the dynamic duo of Uneducated Sports Talk, presented by the Come On In Sports Network. Y'all, once again, geeked up for another Sunday morning pregame show because we got a lot to talk about for Week 11, you guys.
A lot to talk about, man. First of all, how's your weekend, brother? Before we even get started, man, how was your weekend, brother?
Hey, weekend is always lovely, man. I finally got it. Okay, I'm lying. I didn't get to relax at all. Hey, when you got hella kids like me, man, and everyone's in something, man, them Saturday mornings be a pain in your ass.
Hey, man. Hey, tell me about it, man.
They do, man. You know, so I was up 3:30 in the morning, man. I ain't getting no sleep till about 3 o'clock the afternoon. I said, Lord, oh man. You know, but outside of that, man, it's always lovely. It's always lovely. So, you know, they say you make the bed, you got to lay in it.
Yeah,
make all them damn kids take care of them.
That's what they say, man. And look, there's football going on now, man, as we speak. In Spain, baby, for the first time, you got the Commanders taking on the Dolphins right now. The score with 9:50 to go in the third quarter. Washington up 13-6. Marcus Mariota in this contest. 15-19, 150 yards, completing 78% of his passes today, Carlos, with 1 touchdown, no interceptions.
Hey, and that's all they ask from Mariota right now. Yo, we don't need you to go out there and, have 250 yards passing and 100 yards rushing. Protect the football. And that when you're the backup quarterback, that's number one thing. Hey, yes, act like you belong, but also don't act like you're our first choice, because you're not. There's a reason why you're the second choice. Don't turn that ball over. We want to win because of us, not lose because of you. That's the attitude. And if you're a backup quarterback and Mariota gets this over the last couple of years, just don't turn the ball over. Don't try and play hero ball, and then good things will happen. And of course, Miami is Miami. Their defense is not good, and you can take advantage of it. I know it's still early in the third quarter. There's plenty of time to go in this game. And I look for this game to be a very close game towards the end as well.
Right. And Marcus, speaking about Marcus Mariota, we spoke about him. But his counterpart, Tua Tagovailoa, is 9 of 10 for 109 yards today, 90% completion rating. On the ground, A-Chain, 8 carries for 53 yards. We know the beast of a game he had last week against the Buffalo Bills. But like you said, Miami's Miami. And in their last 4 games, Miami has scored 32 times, but the other 2 times they have 6. So they're going 6-30, 6-30 last week. So they scored over 30. So guess what they're back to now? What they're sitting on right now.
Yeah.
Jekyll and Hyde team, confusing and as hell. One of the most disappointing teams this year, the Washington Commanders. But again, last year, no expectations, kind of snuck up on the league. This year, yes, you had injuries, but at the same time, expectations were different. You went from being the 100 to the 100, and things are different now in Washington. But again, they're early in the third quarter. There's still a lot of time to go in that game, and Commanders are up right now and I believe Washington has the ball at the Commanders' 20-yard line, if I'm not mistaken.
Well, I know this as far as Washington goes. Just injury does play a big part into it, but it's not the all be all. And you're right; they were the quote unquote hunted this year because of their appearance in the NFC Championship game, and of
Right.
course Jaden Daniel hype for year number two. I thought when it got Debo Samuels, I think they were just reaching for names. I didn't like Debo in this system at all.
Mhm.
He's a great catch and run after the catch kind of wide receiver, but getting him, and of course, it hurts when Tim McLaurin is injured as well, and then a lot of their playmakers are injured. Austin Eckler got injured with game one, I believe, of the season, or game two. So it's very unfortunate for the Commanders. But hey, when you have Jaden Daniels and you saw who he played with last year, you were expecting growth from year two. But some teams have it, and some guys get it, and some guys don't get it after year two. Maybe year three might be different for the Commanders. But right now, pretty much playoffs is out the question. But hey, you never know in the NFC. You could get on a 2-game winning streak, and you could get back in the thick of things. But right now, it's looking like they're not going to go anywhere this particular season. And for the Commanders.
Right. All right, man. Let's get into it, Carlos. First game up, afternoon games. NFC South, baby. Carolina Panthers taking on the Atlanta Falcons. Now, as a Saints fan, I'm happy as hell that both of these teams are in the current state they're in. Well, first of all, last week, an unexpected victory by the New Orleans Saints over the Carolina Panthers, which, if you were a Panthers fan, you are highly disappointed. I myself sat here last week and I said, with the significant, and make no mistake about it, it was a significant win for the Carolina Panthers the prior week in Lambeau Field against the Green Bay Packers. And they had the New Orleans Saints coming in with a rookie quarterback with his second start and a one-win team, a team that, quite frankly, they were better than, except last Sunday, where they did not show up at all. So Carolina is kind of a team that has all season been playing up to their competition. And then there's the Atlanta Falcons. 3-6, very disappointing record right now if you're a Falcon fan, especially after that massive win you had over Buffalo at home on Monday Night Football. So, Carlos, as we look at this game here, man, what's your thoughts about both of these teams?
Look, both these teams, first of all, if you look at Atlanta to just outright win this game, do remind yourself that this same Falcons team got skunked last time they played the Panthers 30-0, which is like, what the heck is going on? But so both these teams coming there very disappointing. If you're a Panthers fan, you just got disappointed. If you're a Falcons fan, you've pretty much been disappointed all season long because of the up and down of this particular team. I look for Atlanta being at home to get redemption from their first loss of the season to the Panthers. I think they'll bounce back. Look, they have got to get things going on that passing game. It has not been there all season long. And I'm looking at you, Michael Penix Jr. I'm looking at you, Drake London. Like this particular game, you've got to go out there and show up and show out because you don't want to keep this game close. I do believe the closer the game is, the better it will be for the Panthers to win this game. But I'm gonna go with Atlanta to win this game. Give me a close game. Give me Atlanta. I'm gonna say Atlanta 23, Carolina 20.
23-20, Carolina. Atlanta. You going with Atlanta or Carolina?
What's up?
You going with Carolina?
No, I'm going Atlanta.
You're going to Falcons. You're going to Falcons. All right.
Yeah.
So Carlos going to everybody in the chat. Give us your pick right now. Who you got in this contest? Are you going with Atlanta or are you going with Carolina? Now, as for your boy Dolph, it comes down to one simple thing in this game. It comes down to B. John Robinson. And here's why, family. Let me get me off here. Here's why. Now, B. John Robinson in the Falcons' 4-game losing streak has been held below 100 scrimmage yards. So there it is. One of the best and most exciting players in the National Football League, when he has failed to get 100 scrimmage yards in the contest in the last 4 weeks, the last month, the Falcons are winless. Robinson had at least 100 scrimmage yards in each of the first 5 games, and the Falcons were 3-2. So at home today. I believe the Falcons get revenge. I think they bounce back. I think they get Carolina today, and the Falcons improve to 4-6, and Carolina will be 5-6. So I'm taking the Falcons at home.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Now, here's one of the games of the week. Let's go to this one. This one. Now, why is this not a 3 o'clock, 3:25 kickoff? I have no or the Sunday night game. I
I
have
don't,
no idea.
I don't know why either. I don't know why either, but you get that. I mean, we can't. I mean, this schedule was made, man, months ago. So I mean, I can't really fault them for having the Buccaneers and the Bills at this time. But let's get into it, man. Both these teams are looking toward playoffs, most
Yes.
likely. Buccaneers pretty much should win the NFC South with ease, in my opinion, and the Buffalo Bills. They're trying to stay close to those damn Patriots, right? Who just won again this past Thursday over the New York Jets. So that being said, though, Buccaneers injuries are now rearing its ugly head. Is on their offensive side and defensive side. They got a lot of players out. I think Buffalo is was pissed off about their loss to the Dolphins, as they should be. I think Buffalo takes out on Tampa Bay. Look, I got a close game. Give me a
Okay.
close game in this matchup. I think the Buccaneers, just because who they are, man, heart. So they might lose two in a row, but they're not going to play like they lost two in a row, in my opinion. If you have Baker Mayfield as your quarterback, he's going to give you guts, heart, toughness, and you'll always be in most of these games. But I think Buffalo just being at home and feeling the energy of the crowd. I think Buffalo takes this win. Close game. I'm gonna go with Buffalo 28, Tampa Bay 23.
All right. So looking at this contest, first of all, we got two top tier quarterbacks in the National Football League. You got the reigning MVP, Josh Allen. And then there's Baker Mayfield, who is a tier one quarterback in my book in the National Football League. But you're going to Buffalo. They just had that embarrassing loss to the Miami Dolphins. It won't make a difference today. Tampa Bay is going to go in Buffalo. Tampa Bay is going to win this game. Why? Because I don't trust that Bills defense. And they're going against a better team this week than last week in the Dolphins. You got a better quarterback in Baker Mayfield. You got a young stud in Emeka Ibuka at wide receiver. And speaking of this young man, he leads the NFL with 283 receiving yards and 5 touchdowns when he's aligned as the outside receiver in the bunch formation, in the trips formation. And that's 2 more touchdowns than any other wide receiver in the league. This Buffalo team right now, to me, like this whole season, it seems like we get ready to anoint a team as the team to beat in the NFC, the AFC in the league, and then they have this game that just makes you sit back and say, man, what's really going on? I believe there's a lot of parity in the National Football League, and they are two of the better teams in the league. Though Buffalo is back home, I believe they will have a problem stopping the Bucs from running the ball, thus opening up play action. And Baker Mayfield, Carlos, if you watch a Bucs game, there's always a certain juncture of a game where he makes this one scramble or escape from the pocket that makes you say, damn, I didn't know Baker was built like that. And I think he's going to make a big play today outside the pocket that's going to lead to a big play that's going to help Tampa Bay prevail over the Buffalo Bills. So I'm going with Tampa in that one. All right.
I can't blame it. Hey, before we keep going, Dolph, let's give a shout out to those in the chat right now. We got
Most
some folks showing
definitely.
some love. We've got
Linda Lawson. Linda Lawson, 9565. How you doing? Come on in. Linda's in the building. Thank you for being here. Who else we got here? Bruce, nobody want to hear from you, bro.
What up?
I'll tell them
Oh, 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 my bad. We got Elias Robles showing love, and sorry for some reason I don't know if this is just all of YouTube and or whatever it is, but we're not getting everyone's names anymore. We're getting everyone's ats now, which is weird. It's been like that now about 2 weeks now. I don't know what's going on. I am Charlie Kirk showing love as Coach Saints. We got Anne Marie Elizabeth says good morning, Dolph, Carlos, moderators, and everyone.
It's
She's
the law firm. Good
the law
morning,
firm in the
Andy.
building. Says good morning, Dolph, Carlos, moderators, and everyone. We got Iron Charlie Kirk also saying you never know if there's inside betting going on now that we know it happens in every sport. The player have no respect for the game anymore. I would say not everyone, but there is a small bit though that kind of makes it
Yeah.
very tough to fathom. But I wouldn't say everyone's doing it. But now you're poking your nose into that, and it could get ugly. You never know how deep it actually goes, and I'm scared for it.
Yeah.
Ann says I'm going to Atlanta to beat
Okay.
Carolina. Gotcha. And then we also have Jackson in the building. Says hi. What's up, Jackson? Good to see you, man.
How you doing, Jackson? Come
That's
on
right.
in.
Come on in, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, man, to all these channels. But we appreciate for showing love and support. We got Flying Guillotine 22
Uh-oh.
says UST salute. You on the upswing, my bro. Much love to you, Flying Guillotine. Hit that like button, man. Hit that subscribe
Most
button.
definitely. Thank
Come
you
on
for
in,
being
Sports
here.
Network.
Come on in.
That's right. Anne Marie also showing love again. Says Atlanta can play really tough. And we got Real Fan Sports in the building for Nonpfiction and Zach from Real Fan Sports. Shout out to those guys. If you haven't, please check out their channel, Real Fan Sports, and hit that subscribe button to it.
Nah, what's going on, fam?
Flying says, I think Panthers need to win more. They probably do. I mean, both these teams need this win.
They need to win more, but
they
do
both
they
need
really?
this
I
win for
mean,
sure.
Atlanta done lost 4 straight though.
We got Real Fan said that Keon Coleman being the healthy scratch is odd. Anyone know why? I'm telling you right now, there's some there is a little bit of hoot and hollering about Keon Coleman's performance and his feelings, and he's gone on social media and saying some subliminary things, man. You know how that goes. Sydney Cox is what up?
What up? How you?
What's up, Sydney?
Well, hold on. What's my thing for Sydney? Hello, Sydney.
Hello.
Scream, baby.
Yeah.
Move it.
Let's go, y'all. We also have Atlanta Falcons.
There he is. Cowboy, what up, bro?
Cowboy in the building.
Member of the Come On In Sports Network. Cowboy, y'all need this game. Y'all need this game today, brother. Hey, I'm telling you, I've been telling y'all problem. And he's the head coach. That's your problem, bro. But y'all can keep him, though.
That's right. There's 22 Ronins in the building. It says go Ravens. And we'll talk about those Ravens later on in the show. Trying to see. All right, y'all. That's everyone in the chat right now. Thank y'all for keeping it up, man. Hey, hit that like button for all these channels, y'all. We're live from Uneducated Sports Talk. We're live from the Keep It Real Who That Sports podcast. We are live from Real Fan Sports. We're live, for those 3 channels for sure. Atlanta Fandemic as well. Please hit those like buttons for those channels and subscribe to those channels, you guys. And also from the Come On In Sports Network, most importantly. All right, let's rock and roll, man. Keep it going on. We got some more games in the dock. A game between 2 teams trying to fight for an AFC spot in the playoffs, man. If you think about it, Dolph, we're in week 11. We only have about a month and a half left of football in the regular season. That is like bringing tears to my eyes just thinking about that, how fast every year goes by fast, right?
It does, man. It does.
It's only because we add so much to it and look forward to it every single year. But we have the Los Angeles Chargers taking on the Jacksonville Jaguars in this matchup. Dolph, how do you feel about both teams, their trajectory, and who wins this game?
Not good about the Chargers. To start the season, the Chargers started this season as arguably one of the hottest teams in the National Football League. They swept their division. They were looking awesome, man. But since then, they kind of hit this wall. Inconsistency on offense. Defense, though they got one of the best safeties in the National Football League, and to me, a future Hall of Famer. The one thing that seems to be missing from the Chargers is a consistent pass rush and the ability to take the ball away. And I'm not seeing that Jim Harbaugh type of team that we saw early in the season. Now, as they go for Jacksonville, surprising, really. Jacksonville right now, they're kind of come back to earth. They're 5-4. They are a team that's in the middle of the pack in the National Football League in the AFC. Travis Etienne, man, he's that engine that makes it go. We know Thomas at wide receiver, he is a beast. Unfortunately, they lost Travis Hunter for the season, and it all comes down to their quarterback, man. Trevor Lawrence. Some people want to label Trevor Lawrence a bust. I'm not gonna say he is a bust. I mean, the kid has gotten his franchise to the playoffs. He's had to deal with multiple coaches. They did go out and try to get him some help with Jacoby Myers in the trade they made with the Raiders at the deadline. And he played on 23 snaps and caught all 3 of his targets last week for a team high 41 yards in his debut against the Texans in week 10. So look for them to get Jacoby Myers more involved today. I'm going to go, because they're at home, I'm going to go with the Jaguars at home. I think this is going to be a physical game, a tough game. And I think in the end, I think the Jaguars will make more plays. Know what? Know who's going to win this game? Special teams is going to win this game. A special team play by the Jaguars. I'm going with the Jaguars.
I'm also going to Jaguars as well. And I feel you on this, man, because that Chargers team, we don't know what we're getting on the consistent basis over the last 6-7 weeks now. This team, the running game, Lovato has finally taken some good strides, but now you're looking at their offensive production from the receiving core, and like, where's Lab McConkey been at? He had that one game between that, a one good game, I think last week, but then before that, it was just like a lot of blood. Where's Keenan Allen at? They got that kid Gatson. I believe he's injured though, the tight end, but he's had taken some good stride, but not doing enough on third downs. Penalties hurting this team like crazy. Jacksonville's one of those weird ass teams that's going to be fighting for a 500 spot or maybe a game or two above 500. But in this particular game, I like Jacksonville. And you're right, special teams will play a big part. Cam Little, their kicker, he has been fantastic. He's busting these kicks from 68. He can hit it from 73. This dude has been amazing, man. But yeah, give me the Jaguars to win this game. Another close one, as I'm seeing throughout all these matches right now. This is going to be a really, really great weekend of football. I promise you that, because it's going to be a lot of tight, contested games, in my opinion. I look for the Jaguars to squeak this one out. Trevor Lawrence has got to have that game, right? And I feel like, I mean, they obviously ride or die with Trevor Lawrence's performance. And them getting Myers is for a reason, because the receiving core, they've got the dropsies. They got the butter popcorn, on their hand. They drop a lot of football. So Myers comes in there and can make an immediate impact for this team. And I think we'll find out today what both these teams are really about, because the loser is going to have a lot more questions to answer about who are we really, when the winner is going to say, you know what? We can make those strides. This is one of your de facto wild card matchups, right? As I'm like, if we win this game, we feel a whole lot better for the rest of the season. If we lose this game, we got a lot of issues to work on, man, and it might be a little too late. So I'm going to go with Jacksonville to win this one, because they're at home, and I feel like this is one of those games where they'll take advantage of, mediocre play from this Chargers offense.
Okay, so both of us going with Jacksonville in that one. Now, the next contest, we go to the NFC North, baby, the black and blue division. You got the Bears taking on the Vikings. Where should I start in this game? First of all, let's talk about one of the most dynamic wideouts in the National Football League, who, quite frankly, has just been quiet this season, and a lot of it can go to who's been under center. But Justin Jefferson, has averaged just 4.3 yards per reception in every game that J.J. McCarthy has started in this season. There is no chemistry there. And how you do not have chemistry with one of the best, if not best, wide receivers in the National Football League is beyond reason to me. Also, this is a big stretch for J.J. McCarthy and the Minnesota Vikings. I do not believe that as of now, in Viking Nation, you can. I ain't trying to upset you, but a lot of y'all true Vikings fans, and you feel the same way. JJ McCarthy, bro, he ain't it. He
Mm.
to me, JJ McCarthy is not the guy. Now he has what 7 more weeks to prove starting today that he is the guy. But the Vikings may be one of the teams looking for a franchise quarterback in the 2026 NFL draft. What what complete game has JJ McCarthy really made you sit down and say, hey, he can be the guy? I mean, he's had flashes and moments, but consistency, he hasn't shown that. And when you don't have chemistry with Justin Jefferson, your best receiver, averaging only 52 yards a game when you are the starting quarterback, there's a problem there. Now, let's go on the other side. Caleb Williams. I was not aware of this, Carlos. Caleb has led 4 game-winning drives in the full quarter overtime this season,
Mm-hmm.
which
Facts.
is tied for the most in a single season in the history of the Bears franchise. And his 4 winning drives also are tied for the most in the NFL this year with Bo Nix and Baker Mayfield. Again, the Bears taking on the Vikings. We know it's tough. It's a division game. It's going to be a battle. I'm going to go with the team with the better quarterback right now. I'm going to go with the Bears in this one. I believe Dennis Allen's defense would get after J.J. McCarthy. They will confuse him, and I'm going to take the Bears in a close one, though. I'm going to call it final score 23-20, Bears over the Vikings.
Yeah, in that I'm gonna go with Minnesota, and here's why. One, they're at home, but two, I haven't seen the Bears beat any quality team yet. I'm sorry. Like yes, those game-winning drives against bad teams sound good, man, but uh, they have not beaten a team with some kind of grit yet this year. Vikings have that kind of grit now. If the Bears can somehow win this game, hey, I'll give them all the love and all the props they can get. But right now, I really don't trust what I'm seeing from Chicago. 6-3 sounds nice, and you take the wins how you take it. There's no doubt about that for sure. But when I look deep into what Chicago's absolutely doing against these bad teams and against good teams, we'll find out. We'll find out. I think Minnesota is a decent team. The quarterback is the issue. We all know about that, McCarthy. But when he's on, he can be on. You need to be on for about 3 or 4 series in this game to win this game. The Bears defense, very opportunistic. And if McCarthy does not play to the level that coach expects him to play, it could lead to turnovers because Dennis Allen has that defense, give a lot of yards, but they also get a lot of turnovers as well. So that being said, give me Minnesota to win this game. Close one as well. It's going to be a close game. I got a feeling, and I like that 23-20 score. So we'll go with that one. I'm going Minnesota though with the win. All right, Dolph. Hello, Dolph. Your mic. Unmute yourself.
Muted as hell. There I go again. Every week I get damn muted. So y'all already know to expect your boy to get so damn hype. I've been muted, baby. But anyway, here's my first upset of the week, baby. That's right. I'm taking the Giants at home over the Green Bay Packers. They both gone, baby. But Jackson, Dort is there, baby. The Giants, baby. The Giants will get past the Green Bay Packers today because this Packers team, I'm telling you, there's something missing with this team. They got names on. We know they got who they got on the defensive side. We know who they got on the offensive side of the ball. They lost their all pro tight end, all world tight end. But I'm telling you, there's something missing with Green Bay. Matthew Golden has not been golden in his rookie season with the Packers. I'm taking the Giants at home, playing for an interim coach. They always when there's a coaching change mid-season, you get that burst of energy from that team. They're at home. I'm taking the Giants to upset the Packers today. And Carlos, I think they win by 2 scores. I'm taking it. I'm going to call it 26-16, Giants over the Packers.
I tell you what, man. Shout out to PJ. She saw that. For some reason, we are on like a vertical live stream, so she dipped out for me to be in the middle. So shout out to you, PJ. Appreciate that. But that being said, though, no, I agree on this could be an upset, right? But man, later on, I got my list of contenders and pretenders, and right now, Green Bay is on there. Are they a contender or are they a pretender? Because who knows? But I'll tell you what, though, this game adds a little more umph to it because you said it, Jameis Winston, right? And I thought Winston should have been the starting quarterback from the start of the year, in my opinion. That's how I felt. But obviously, the Giants didn't feel that way. They went Russell Wilson and Jackson Dart. I think Jameis Winston should have been started from the jump. He's going to add an element of just imaginary creativity to this offense. And there's never been a pass that he has seen in his mind and hasn't liked. You know what I'm saying? So James is gonna get it there. It might go to somebody else too, but he gonna throw that thing, and it makes it exciting every single time. I'm gonna go with Green Bay though. This is a must win for Green Bay. This is literally a must win. You lose this matchup, yo, you ain't scaring nobody anymore at all. You're not scaring it. The mythology of you in that defense and what Jordan Love has done in the past. I don't know what's going on with that offense, and they are getting hurt by the minute now. The receiving core is very, very light, but you paid Jordan Love all that money because he could play with anybody on your roster. That's why you gave him all that money. So let's see what they do in this game. Give me the Packers because they're so desperate. I know they're on the road, and that's been their Achilles heels on the road playing. But man, give me Green Bay. They gotta have this game. I think they get to Jameis Winston and can cause a turnover or two some way somehow. But I'm gonna go Green Bay, but close as well, man. I'm gonna go Green Bay 19, New York 16.
Okay, 1916. And again, like you said, man, if you're a fantasy owner out there and you gotta you need somebody to pick up, you want to pick up James Winston, or you want to do the vice versa, get somebody who's going against James Winston. Like Carlos said, it's gonna be one or the other.
One of them.
You gonna get James a good he'll throw 3 touchdowns, but he'll give you 3 INTs too. Hey, I can say one thing with James: it is never a dull moment when James Winston is on the field. You just got to sit there, wait, get your popcorn ready, baby, because it gonna be a show like no other, baby. Man, and shout out to James. I forgot James was starting and Jackson Dart was out, man. Ronald Duffney, how you doing, man? Come on in. Thank you for being here, Ronald. Appreciate you.
Come on in, Ron.
So, go ahead, Carlos.
I just told him, come on in. Come on in,
brother.
All
right, come Appreciate on in, you. Brother. All right. Let's go to the next dock of the games we got up, Carlos.
All right, let's go with the Bengals and Steelers now. This is your AF. Yeah, we have to, man. We're an NFL pregame show. We just have to, unfortunately. Bengals take on the Steelers, both teams in the AFC North. Hey, look, must win again from both these teams if you want to have any conscience of winning, because honestly, it's looking like only one team will make it from the AFC North. And I thought I would never say that because we usually get 2 or 3 every year from this division because they've been so competitive and so good for so long. But it's looking like only one for now might make it out of the AFC North. Who's that team going to be? Well, this match here will speak a lot into what's going on, because if you look around, Baltimore's on a 3-game winning streak. And we know that Baltimore, what their upside is, what their ceiling is. We know they are. And if you're the Steelers or the Bengals, you have to be worried. So this game is a must win. We saw that last game they played a couple Thursday nights ago, and it was a classic. We called it the Unk Bowl, and between Joe Flacco and Aaron Rodgers. And it was awesome to watch if you watched it, or the Icy Hot Bowl. How about that? But that being said, though, I'm telling you right now, if you're the Steelers, you cannot take this team lightly. Part 2, right? We went into Cincinnati and they took it light and they lost. Well, this team with Joe Flacco, one thing they can do is score. Can you outscore them? Can Pittsburgh do that? Yes, they can, but they've got to make it marginal. This team has got to start flying like they did against Indianapolis. When they played against the Colts, they were flying everywhere. TJ Watt had a great game. Can you bring that same energy now? And I'm telling you, this weather is going to make a big difference too. Now it's getting colder everywhere up north, so it can make things a little bit more difficult. I'm going to go with Pittsburgh to win this game because they just who's more desperate right now? Both these teams are desperate as hell. Who's more desperate? Pittsburgh or Cincinnati? I'm going to go with Pittsburgh because they have a better roster all around them from top to bottom. They have to win this game, or this is your season. If they go to 500, they're done. The Ravens will take over this division and they will win it if the Steelers can't win this one. So I'm going to go with Pittsburgh to win this one to go to 6-4. Bengals drop 3-7, and their season is done.
His season done already.
Done.
No Trey Hendrickson today. I don't believe Trey Hendrickson is playing today. Bengals highly inconsistent. It hurts, man, losing Joe Burrow as early as they did. Pittsburgh, I believe, that they are the most desperate team. They're the team that needs this victory the most. Aaron Rodgers hasn't passed for more than 230 yards in the last 3 games. However, the last time he did was against the Bengals in week 7 when he had 34 attempts for 249 yards and 4 passing touchdowns. So I'm going to go like you. I'm going to go with the Steelers in this one. I think the Steelers get it done. They're the better team on paper, and on the field, they already proved it earlier this year. Jamal Chase, by the way, just to let you all know, is chasing history today. Jamal Chase needs 109 yards to pass Jerry Rice for the 4th most in their first 5 seasons. That will put him top 3 along with Justin Jefferson, Torrey Holt, and Randy Moss. So history being chased today by Jamal Chase, but also Carlos and family. There's other history being chased on the other side. We today, family, have an opportunity to see one brother pass the other brother. Right now, TJ Watt is tied with his brother, JJ Watt, with 114 and a half sacks. If TJ Watt gets 1 sack today, he will pass JJ Watt NFL career total of 114 and a half sacks. Both of these, and what's ironic, they both had 11 and a half sacks in college at Wisconsin, and now they both are right here at 114 sacks in the NFL. So Jamal Chase and TJ Watt both will be chasing history in this game, but I believe TJ Watt and the Steelers, will get the victory in this game because I believe they're the more talented team in this contest.
And it's crazy work when you talk about TJ Watt and JJ Watt. JJ Watt, obviously, man, I mean, 114 sacks from his position. He wasn't a defensive end. He was a D tackle pretty much throughout his entire career. It's like, tells you how dominant JJ really was from the inside position. Man. That's a lot of sacks for an inside man. It's crazy work. But shout out to TJ Watt and shout out to Jamal Chase. We love history being broken. That's why we play the game.
And before we move on, Carlos, everybody in the chat, listen, we want each game we go over, hey, we look into the chat. We want to know your thoughts. Who you got and why? And we go highlight it right here on the screen, baby. This is our show. This is your show.
That's right.
All right, Carlos, let's roll, baby.
Let's go, man. Next game on the docket, man. And yes, we got to talk about this one as well. Texans versus Titans, you guys, AFC South rivals, man. Hey, Titans with 1 win, trying to play spoiler at home against the Houston Texans, who had a great come from behind victory last week. The Texans did. Who they beat the Jaguars, to win that game. So it was like, what is going on? This AFC South, baby. And the Texans, everyone's looking up at the Colts, and the Colts ain't letting that go. But now it's all about pride, and it's about where can we get into this playoff conversation? And at least one team, Houston. I think Houston is going to go into Tennessee and give them get a dub. And here's why I think that, because Houston, although they have no Stroud, Davis Mills is going to play quote unquote the right way. He's not that guy that's gonna be looking for Nico Collins, although Collins had a major game last week for the first time this year. He's not gonna be staring Collins down like Stroud has been doing. And it's funny because when Stroud, his last time playing when he was healthy, he balled out, and that was without Nico Collins. So it was almost like, hey, I don't know if Nico's one of those diva receivers. I have no idea what's going on, but they've been targeting him way too much over this the course of the year, and that's why they haven't got anybody else involved. But now Davis Mills, part two again, Stroud has been ruled out of this game. I think Mills is going to do just enough to win this match. I like the running game. I like Woody Marks to be a part of the running and passing, and just to get a couple of easy touchdowns in there. Tennessee, I won't call them a joke, but they are very laughable for sure. And this team just from firing their head coach now, it just does not look good. And like I like Cam Ward, and we'll see what happens next year for year two. But he as well has not shown that much promise as a starting quarterback. But hey, it's almost like you are who you are, and you are what your record says. Bill Parcells says 1-8. This team is very laughable right now. But wouldn't be shocked though, Dolph, if the Titans found a way to get an upset in this game. Wouldn't be shocked because it just feels like one of those weird trap games for the Texans. They're riding high on, I believe, a 2-game winning streak now and trying to find noise in that playoff spot if they can get there. It'd be ironic because this might be the first time. I could be lying. This could be the first time Texas made the playoffs and not be the division winner. I don't know if they've ever done that in their life. I don't know. But every time I see the Texans in the playoffs, they're the fourth seed. As the division winner or the third seed. But anyways, so interesting. If the Texans can win this and win 3 games in a row, they'll feel a lot better about themselves. But right now, Tennessee, I don't see them win this game, but also wouldn't be shocked if they do. It's just how the way the NFL rolls, man. As the NFL turns. How about that?
There you go. There you go. But let me just say this. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Davis Mills has the worst record by any starting quarterback to make at least 25 starts since he entered the NFL in 2021. That record is 6-19-1 and 26 career starts. You just heard everything Carlos said about the Tennessee Titans. We know that the Texans have the number 1 scoring defense and overall defense in the NFL, but they are on the road. And I'm telling you, just wait, like a horror movie you watch over and over and say the same thing. Watch out, but they don't watch out. It's gonna happen again. Davis Mills is gonna throw 2 picks today. The Titans gonna take 1 back for the touchdown. Titans upset the Texans today and get their 2nd win of the season. And everybody in Houston is screaming, please let CJ Stroud come back next week because we have seen enough of Davis Mills, or as Zach likes to call him, the neck. So I'm going.
Oh, that's funny.
With the Titans, man. I just don't trust Davis Mills. I understand great comeback win last week. That was wonderful. But as a quarterback in the National Football League, by National Football League standards, he is below average in my estimation. Give me the Titans over the Texans today. Cam Ward and Texans get their 2nd win today. And if it was 3 of us, I'll be long wolfing this, but there's not. So we're going to move on to that game.
Move on. All right, let's get to a little tiny bit better matchup now. We have the San Francisco 49ers taking on the Arizona Cardinals. And I got a feeling I'm going with this as my upset of the week. You had yours with the Titans. I'm having mine now with the Cardinals. I think Arizona is going to come in here, and I think Brock Purdy is now going to be the starter for the 49ers. He is healthy, but I got a feeling that Cardinals defense is going to get him some payout. I feel like the Cardinals defense is going to get a couple of INTs on Purdy. Every time Purdy's played this year, he's been shaky. He's given teams chances at picks where Mac Jones wasn't really doing that for the Niners, but We'll see what Brock Purdy we get in this game. I like Arizona and Jacoby Brissett to go out there and just, play free spirited at home, ball out, and get a dub. I got this in sort of a. I'm gonna say it's not a shootout, but give me the Cardinals 27-23. I think Arizona wins at home on an upset. It's just one of those games, and one of those games the 49ers can ill advise to lose. You want to win this game to keep your neck at a wild card spot because you aren't passing the Rams up and you ain't passing the Seahawks up. Mind you, those two teams play today. We'll talk about that later on in the show. But if you're the 49ers, you want to keep pace. But I think Arizona is going to say, not so fast, my friend. We'll get this dub. Brissett and company will get a win. But I like the defense to get timely interceptions or turnovers against this 49ers offense. So we'll see how that goes. Give me Arizona to win. This is my upset of the week.
All right, Carlos gone with Arizona upset the 49ers. Brock Purdy back into the lineup. Know who? Mac Jones. Know who? Mac Jones. All right. Carlos, let me ask you this. Does Jacoby Brissett is he one of the leading reasons that you're going with the Cardinals in this game?
Yes. In these kind of games, Brissett, he will keep it close. But mind you, we have the 49ers defense in shambles now. Fred Warner's gone.
Right.
This defense is not the same. We saw they gave up 40 plus against Los Angeles, the Rams. I was going to say St. Louis. Sorry, y'all. The Rams have, but they are a good team. Though the Rams are a good offense as well. But they never scored. They never scored 42 this year. You know what I'm saying? So, maybe against New Orleans as well. But that's a different story too.
Yeah.
But it tells you how fragile the defense is. I think Arizona exploits it. And look, Fred Warner was the heart and soul, and they got their secondary has been banged up all season. And outside of a couple of guys that can rush the passer, they have nobody else on that defense. I think Arizona takes advantage of it. Jacoby Brissett does. Would Kyler Murray do it? I'm not the one to try and put Kyler Murray versus Jacoby Brissett because I think Kyler Murray is the better quarterback. I just think that the Cardinals never really had full faith in Kyler Murray when they first got him, so they didn't put their all into him, and that's why I think them and the fan base is a lot happier having Brissett at the quarterback. But yes, he is a reason why I think they will win this game.
Now, speaking of Jacoby Brissett, he has a 55% success rate this season against the blitz, which is tied for the highest among qualified quarterbacks. And last week, the 49ers blitzed Matthew Stafford 48% of his dropbacks. So if they blitz Jacoby Brissett today, look for him not to panic. Look for him to have success. So I'm expecting them to be more laid back this week, maybe play a little bit more zone, a little couple six. And as for when Jacoby does drop back, Marvin Harrison Jr., we know he's kind of been starting to come on, but he is blessed with having one of the better tight ends in the game of football today. Trey McBride has had 5+ receptions, family, in 11 straight games. That's tied for the third longest streak of games with 5+ receptions by a tight end in NFL history. And the two tight ends that he trailed, one plays in Kansas City, Travis Kelce, who had 15 in 2018, and one is in the Hall of Fame. Matter of fact, he'll be announcing a couple of games today. Tony Gonzalez, who had 13 in the 2008-2009 season. So I'm with you with this. I think that not sure what we're going to get from Brock Purdy, him being reinserted into the offense today. Will that chemistry be there for the 49ers? Will they be able to click early? But one thing they have and must lean on is Christian McCaffrey, who is averaging 62 yards rushing and 69 yards receiving. And if he continues on this pace, he will become the fourth player in NFL history to average 60 yards rushing and 60 yards receiving throughout the season, joining Marshall Faulk in 2019, and the man that started it all with the receiving backs, the great Roger Craig in 1985. I'm going with the upset too, Carlos. I'm with you on this one. I'm taking the Cardinals in the upset over the 49ers.
They say great minds think alike. right? They also say dumbass mind thinking like too. So we'll find
You
out.
never know. We'll be one of the two.
We'll from 1 to 2. We'll find out. Yeah. Shout out, man. I'm telling hey, Dolph, this is gonna be a great week 11, man. I'm telling you.
Like, it
It's
is,
gonna
man.
be
I'm
fantastic.
excited about it,
I
man.
can't really pinpoint a single game like, yeah, that's an automatic win. We can't
Right.
do that right now. I got Eric Wallace in the building showing
Uh
love,
oh.
man. He
All the
said,
way.
"No, Carlos was good with it. Real fan appears he missed a team meeting or something." Hey, nah, Zach will be hopefully back next week. If not, man, Zach is our brother. He's busy right now. He's a very busy man.
Yeah, he's holding it down. We holding it down for Zach, man.
That's
E,
right.
what's
That's right.
going on? Member of the 12 man up there in Seattle, baby. Y'all got a big one today, baby. Y'all got a big one.
Looking
We
good
gonna
out
get
there,
to
man.
it. We gonna get to it.
All right, let's keep it rocking and rolling now, man. We got the
Woo!
Baltimore Ravens taking on the Cleveland Browns. AFC North matchup between look, it's already the dogfight between these two teams.
Yes.
Um, Ravens obviously the better team, the better roster over the last forever now. But one team that kind of gives them a run for their money, the Cleveland Browns. And the Cleveland Browns are playing at home now. I think the last time they played, it was a blowout, but it was a blowout late in that game.
Right.
And who doesn't like seeing Cleveland? Derrick Henry. Out of all teams to really shut Derrick Henry down on a night-to-night
Cleveland.
basis, it's the Cleveland Browns. And because know why there? Because he's also going against another grown-ass man on the other side of the field, and that's going to be Myles Garrett. That's a
Yes.
man's man, and he's always there to shut down Derrick Henry to show him who is the true, man among boys. How about that?
Yeah.
But anyways, Baltimore's been on a tear the last 3 weeks now, and look, they got Dylan Gabriel in there. He's starting once again. I just don't like Gabriel in this matchup. Uh, Cleveland Browns, good luck. I think the Ravens defense is getting more healthier as the weeks go by, and they're winning too. So that's good on their part. Give me Baltimore to win this game. Very close though. Unless Lamar has one of these crazy ass games, from history tells us that Derrick Henry is not going to have a major game this week, so it's going to be on Lamar Jackson and that receiving core with Zay Flowers and Mark Andrews. Mark Andrews has been
Yes.
kind of getting there the last couple weeks now. I remember they were just hating on Andrews so bad the first I don't know month of the season, and he got injured as well, and now he's back scoring touchdowns and making big plays. Give me the Ravens and win this one. I'm gonna go with a 10-score lead. I'm gonna go Baltimore 30, Cleveland 20.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the same thing. When Dylan Gabriel going against this Ravens defense this season, Gabriel has averaged just 4.8 yards when under pressure this season, which is the fourth lowest among qualified quarterbacks. So, I mean, he a couple weeks ago he had a game that you said, okay, that's the Dylan Gabriel that I saw in college, the playmaker,
Mm-hmm.
underrated athletic ability, really better feet than people think, but it really just hasn't fully clicked for him. And I believe if it is going to click for him, it'll be against this Ravens defense. Though they have been trying to show signs of turning it around. Derrick Henry, less than 45 yards rushing last time out against the Browns. Ah, this one's a tough one. I'm kind of on the fence with this one, but being that they are at home, and I just don't trust this Ravens offensive staff. Not really the players, it's the staff, the offensive coordinator and the head coach. Give me the Cleveland Browns over the Ravens. And to me, Carlos and everyone in chat, let me know if you feel this way. I believe that this is a must win for the Ravens. They cannot afford to lose this game and go to 4-6. To me, they have to win this game and get back to 500 and get things rolling down the stretch. What's your thoughts about that? But I'm going with Cleveland with the upset.
No, I mean must win, yes, of course, but the whole entire AFC North is in a must-win situation in this week. So they can breathe this woosah right now. One of them going to lose. Obviously, Steelers and the Bengals play each other, so someone's going to lose out of those three teams. Now, my question is, are the Browns ready to handle the Ravens with Dylan Gabriel? Joe Flacco always say, "Yeah, Gabriel, I don't see any way the Ravens lose this game. They really cannot. They cannot. You've had so much success the last 3 weeks of the season. Why would we mess it up now by losing to the Browns? I understand it's in Cleveland, and Cleveland can bring their defense over there, but if you're Lamar Jackson and company, you got to scoff at the idea like, hold on, we're still us. We're still us. So I'm gonna go with the Ravens to win this one, and I think they'll win by 10. I think it won't be that close either. Although I say 10, but it won't feel like it's a close game. So give me Baltimore.
Gotcha. All right, Carlos. Before we go any further, let's get some inactive players who are ruled out for the 13 games this Sunday. First of all, let's go with there was a big one. With that Bucks game, the Bucks and Bills. For the Bucks, of course, Hassan Reddick is out. Bucky Irvins. There'll be no Chris Godwin Jr. gone for the Bucks. Keon Coleman and Elijah Moore both are out for the Bills, and tight end Dalton Kincaid is out today too for the Bills. Now, as for San Diego, I'm about to say the San Diego Chargers,
San
man.
Diego
Bro, always say
Superchargers.
that, man. Always say that. Tight end Will
Shout out to Chris
Disley,
Burton.
he's said to be out today. For the Bears, nobody significant. For the Vikings today, nobody. Excuse me, outside linebacker Jonathan Greenard, he's a no-go today. For the Packers, look for Brandon McManus, we already know he is out. Nate Hobbs also will be out. The Giants, no Jackson Dart, no Chauncey Golston. They're out today. And Darius Slayton and Kayvon Thibodeau are not going to be active today for the Giants. So there are just some players inactive are ruled out for today's games in the NFL. All right. Let's keep it going, family.
Thank you, Dolph Shepter.
Oh, look what's next. Man.
All right, we got a really good matchup right here. Kansas City Chiefs taking on the Denver Broncos. AFC West showdown here, and this is the game I am looking most forward to because of the storylines. We've seen the Broncos are 8-2. Their record says that. Their play kind of says that, but they'll be taking on their foe from the AFC West now, the defending AFC champions of the last 4 or 5 years, the defending AFC West champions like the last 7, 8 years, something like that. And now you're looking at, okay, this is our measuring stick right here if you're the Denver Broncos. This is our measuring stick. And honestly, on the other side, the Chiefs got to be saying the same thing. This is our measuring stick. We're 5-4. We mess around and lose this. We're at 5-5. You can't play around after 10 weeks at being that 500 ball. So we got a lot going on. I'm excited for this matchup right now. I'm gonna say if the Chiefs have a fourth quarter lead, they're not losing this matchup. They're not losing this. That magic that Denver has in that fourth quarter is some scary stuff. But the one team I don't see beating themselves when being up is the Kansas City Chiefs. I'm going to go with the Chiefs to win this one. I feel like they're going to get things together. Look, sloppy game, slow it down. I like this kind of matchup for the Chiefs to be able to run that football, slow it down. There will be no chunk plays. The Broncos don't give up chunk plays. So you got to go ahead and nickel and dime these guys. And Pat Mahomes over the last 3 or 4 years, he's been very, very good at nickel and diming guys. So give me the Chiefs. I'm not going to call it an upset because I do think the Chiefs are still my Super Bowl favorite to at least go there. I don't care what no one says right now until you knock their ass out. Give me the Chiefs to win this game. Ugly ass game. I got the Chiefs 17, the Broncos 16.
Everything in this game points to the Broncos. Best record in the AFC West. One of the best records in football. You 8-2. You got one of the top defenses. You got the Kansas City Chiefs coming in 5-4. But once again, they're the Kansas City Chiefs. And after a tough start, they're over 500 and now have a marquee game on the road against the current AFC West leaders, the team that is looking to dethrone them as the AFC West division champions, which would be the first time in several years. But I don't trust the Broncos here in this scenario. Why? I just believe that the Chiefs have gotten healthier with the return of Rice, more healthy on offense, more playmakers on the field. Now you can allow Kelsey to work underneath. You got that downfield presence once again. You got that big body receiver. You got a running game that is sufficient. And I believe the Chiefs defense can do enough. Who really scares you? Listen, I understand Courtland Sutton, he's a good receiver, but who really scares you? Does he really scare you as a guy that can just take over a game? I don't believe so. They got the great Sean Payton on the sideline, but you got Andy Reid on the other. Give me the Chiefs in a statement win over the Broncos at home. I'm going with the Chiefs, and this is one game that I would definitely be keeping an eye on today, and can't wait to see.
If you look, Dolph, if you look at the numbers from Bo Nix, the first 3 quarters of every game, he is a below average quarterback, like way below. We're talking like bottom 5 kind of quarterback play. It's just that fourth quarter, they take some of that Michael Jordan secret stuff, man, and they just go berserk in the fourth quarter. But I'm liking what I'm seeing from both these teams, honestly.
Right.
I think both teams will make the playoffs. Obviously, the Broncos are 8-2; they should make it, obviously, but they're doing enough to win these games, and I'm not mad at how they're winning these games because the win is a win. I'm just mad at how they're losing the first 3 quarters of these games. Bo Nix, I don't know, like, can he do that against the Chiefs? I don't think so. That's why I agree with you and going with Kansas City to win this game.
And then I believe I heard this morning on a report that Patrick Surtain may not be playing today. So that would be a significant loss for the Broncos if he's unable to go today. But yeah. So Carlos and myself, family, we're going with the Chiefs in this one. Who you got? Let us know in the chat so we can highlight it right now. You got the Chiefs or you got the Broncos. And while you're doing that, we got another one, man. This is going to be a good day of football, man. You got the Detroit Lions and the Philadelphia Eagles. Man, Carlos, man, how you see this one, my brother?
Hey, this one, look, last time the Lions were in this kind of predicament, when I mean on the road, prime time, they played Baltimore. And I ain't gonna lie, I thought Baltimore was gonna shellac them, right? And I was like, I had all my fake ass money on the Ravens to win this one. I'd have lost the house, everything. I lost the girlfriend, I lost the kids too, probably, because I was putting everything for Baltimore. And the Lions came out there and shellacked them. I always favor the really good grass team at home against the really good dome turf team. I always kind of do that. But I'm still not going to do that. I'm still going to do that, excuse me. I think the Eagles, as much as they've gotten flack over the last, I don't know, couple weeks now, you got A.J. Brown crying like a little punk. And they're still winning. This team is still finding ways to win. They had the ugly win against the Packers this past Monday night. Still, I think the Eagles, I won't call them a team of destiny because I still have the Rams winning the NFC, going to the Super Bowl currently. But the Eagles, for some reason, they're that type of team. It just doesn't matter who we are looking at. We're going to find a way to win, period. And I like this Eagles defense in this game to uplift their offense, and they will score just enough points to beat the Lions. Once again, I'm going with the really good grass team over the really good turf team on the road. So I'm going to go with the Eagles in an ugly matchup. Give me the Eagles 21. I'm going with the Lions 13. 21-13. Give me Eagles. Fly, Eagles fly. Yes, TJ would be so proud of me right now.
All right. Jalen Hurts has passed for at least 215 yards 4 times this season, but has failed to do so in the last 2 games. He's averaging 23 passing attempts since week 7. Early in the season, weeks 1 through 6, he was averaging 28 a game. The Lions defense has allowed 215 passing yards only 3 times this season, which is tied for the 7 fewest in 2025. Now, that I say that to say this: injuries do play a part in these games. So today, the Lions will be without cornerback Terrion Arnold. He is out with a concussion. That's a big loss for them. Also, Sam Laporta has been ruled out with a back, and safety Kirby Joseph also is out for the Lions. So that secondary takes a hit. The game is in Philly. It's not on turf, but again, you got two of the better quarterbacks, not better, two of the best quarterbacks in the National Football League playing in this game. I know a lot of people want to overlook Jared Goff, but Jared Goff has a 74% completion percentage this year, which if he continues on that track would be the third best in a single season in NFL history, only trailing the great Drew Brees, who did it in 18 and 19. But his counterpart, Jalen Hurts, has passed. Jalen Hurts leads all qualified quarterbacks this season with a 16-1 passing to touchdown ratio this year. That's the best mark by any quarterback ever in the season after that quarterback won the Super Bowl. At home, 72-6-3. To me, this is a game for home field advantage in the NFC playoffs. It's a big game. Philly's at home. But give me the Lions because they're so explosive on offense. And even with Sam Laporta out, you got you got St. Brown, you got Williams, you got Gibbs, man. I just love Jahmyr Gibbs. I think he's a difference maker. I think he's one of the most disruptive running backs in the National Football League. He's the kind of back that makes defensive coordinators stay up all night trying to figure out how they can slow him down. And then after you worried about him so much, here comes Montgomery. Give me the Lions today in the battle for NFC supremacy. I'm taking the Lions today over the Eagles, and I think it's going to be a whale of a game, family. And a whale of a game to me is not a 44-41 game. That's not a whale of a game to me. A whale of a game today is going to be 24-21. No, man, I'm going to change that. 28-25. Lions get past the Eagles on the road.
Hey, I know. Hey, I like that prediction. That's a good game. Yeah, all we want, honestly, is good games out of this. That's all we want.
That's both. Hey, you know your boy Dolph, baby.
Hey, ever since you chose the Panthers over the Packers, man, I can't disagree with nothing you say now, man. I can't. I'm like, yo, I can't disagree with it, man. That was a hot take, and it worked, man.
Yeah, man.
Now they do say a broke clock strikes, right, twice
a
a day. So,
a broken clock twice a day. But, I got one of my. Let's see if I give you another one, baby. I got one.
There we go. Yo, hold on. Before we get to our game of the week, you guys, let's go ahead and cash in.
Let's cash in, baby.
Yeah, can we do that, dog?
Yes, sir.
Can we cash in with Carl, man? Let's get it, y'all. Cool, man. Hey, contenders or pretenders? That's what week 11 is all about, you guys. So I got some bets right here. Let's win some money right quick, man. Can we do that? This is our contenders or pretenders program, and we will start off with the Houston Texans. Yo, contenders or pretenders, man? Well, Woody Marks, running back, over under 61.5 rush over the Titans. You would think, yeah, I'm going no on this one, you guys. Woody Marks and the Titans, and the Texans Got to throw the football. I think Davis Mill's going to have a big day as far as his arm goes. Will it win? I'm not quite sure. But Woody Marks go with the under 61.5 rushing yards against Tennessee. That front four Titans still pretty damn good with big boy Simmons down there. Jordan Love, that's right, the Packers. Pretenders or contenders? I have no idea still, right? And I know they're like 6 and whatever. No, it don't matter. They have to step in this game. We'll find out. Jordan Love, over, under 221.5 passing yards for the Giants. I'm going to go over in this one. I think Jordan Love is going to find some guys down there. No Tucker Craft, no other receiver, but I think he's going to find a way to win this game first for the Packers, but also put up big numbers on it. I'm going Jordan Love over 221.5 passing yards versus the New York Giants. Let's keep it rocking on now. Rome Odunze for the Chicago Bears. That's right, y'all. Hey, contenders or pretenders? I don't know about the Bears yet. They have a tough matchup now against the Vikings on the road. Rome Odunze, under or over 53.5 receiving yards versus the Vikings. I'm going to go with the under. I think Rome Odunze will not have a great game. I think Caleb Williams and company will not have a great game. I'm going with the Vikings defense to be all over the Bears, making it tough for Rome Odunze to get any kind of yards in this game. I'm going with the under for Rome Odunze. Rashee Rice. Did I say Rashee Rice? The Chiefs, contenders or pretenders? We're going to find out in this game what both these teams are about, the Chiefs and the Broncos. Rashee Rice, though, over under 76.5 receiving yards for the Broncos. No pass to retain, right? It don't matter. I'm going under for Rashee Rice. I ain't say touchdowns. I said receiving yards. Under 76.5 yards receiving. Marcus Mariota. Over, under, no, I lied, that's the wrong one. Sorry, y'all. No, that's not it. Touchdowns. Christian McCaffrey. Anytime touchdown versus the Cardinals, that's going to be money. If you want to win $40, $100 will get you $40. CMC, anytime tutty versus the Cardinals, y'all, for that 49ers. Are they contenders or pretenders? We will find out, y'all. And this is Cash In with Carlos. Cha-ching, baby!
Cha-ching, Carlo. Let it roll, baby. Let it roll, baby. We about to wind it down, baby.
He said let it roll.
There it is. We gonna ride out with the beat in the background. Jerry, what's up? Uncle Jerry's in the building, baby. Uncle Jerry, how you doing, baby? Come on in. All right, family, we gonna keep it going, baby. It was just Cash In with Carlos, baby. Hey, Carlos, like Carlos said, bet $100 to win 40. Hey, up that bread, baby. Up that bread, baby. All right, here we go. We gonna keep it going. We just finished with those games. Next up for us is the game of the week. Oh, man. NFC West, baby. Matthew Stafford, Puka Nakua, as Carlos said, Puka. Puka Nakua, baby. Devontae Adams. And y'all already know, I ain't a Rams fan, but I'm a Sean McVay fan, baby. I simply think he's one of the best in the business. They take on Sam Darnold and the Seattle Seahawks and emerging superstar Jackson Enigma Smith. And that running game for the Seattle Seahawks, but most importantly, that defense. Who you got in this one, Dolph? Man, it's a tough one, man. It's a tough one, baby, but it's a divisional game. It's in LA. You got to have weapons to battle these rounds, man. You got to be physical at the point of attack. And guess what? The Seahawks are all that. And they also have their big playmakers on offense. Give me the Seahawks today over the Rams in a simple drag out fight, baby, back and forth. Give me the Seahawks today. Sam Darnold, baby, will make the play to win the game. He will throw a walk-off touchdown today, baby. So who's he going to throw it to? Will it be Jackson? No, it's going to be to his recently acquired wide receiver, baby. Rashid Shaheed for the win, baby. Seahawks over the Rams today. That's who I'm going with, Carlos.
Ooh. I will take your Seahawks and I'll raise you that team from LA, baby. The Rams. I'm going with Los Angeles to win this game. They're going to prove we are still running the NFC West. That's right. I like both these teams. Let me tell you a quick story. I got Sam Darnold as my fantasy football quarterback. Hey, last week he was balling in that first half. 17 points my fantasy. I was going to win anyways, but I wanted more to be greedy, right? And I was like, yeah, Sam Darnold's going to have like 25, and then they'll take him out in the third quarter because they're beating the crap out of the team they're playing. Well, I go back and I say, what's going on with my points, man? It's Sam Darnold. Only 4 points. How did that happen? Yo, 2 fumbles lost, and of course the interception. That's what's going to happen against LA. But the entirety of the game, in my opinion, I've got the Rams in this one with a good win, a really good win, and a good game. Is Seattle ready for this kind of playoff atmosphere football right now? Dolph, I'm going to say no. The Rams have been there. They have done that. I'm going to go with Los Angeles to get a win. I'm going to go 33-23 Rams. Will march on and continue to run the NFC, period.
Woo! All right. Carlos going with the Rams. All right, family. This is the Come On In Sports Network. As the NFL turns game of the week, family. Everybody in the chat right now. Who you got, baby? Who wins this game? Seattle or the Rams? If you're going with Carlos, put Carlos in Rams. If you're going with your boy Dolph, put Dolph and the Hawks in the chat right now, baby. And we gonna see, baby. And while we waiting for that, we gonna move on, baby, to Monday Night Showdown, baby. It's a throwback to the most historic franchises in the history of the National Football League. America's team, the Dallas Cowboys, taking on the Las Vegas Raiders, baby. Just win, baby. R.I.P. to the great Al Davis, baby. But family, we got a special guest coming in. He just called me, said, Dolph, I need to come on when you get to this game. Well, without further ado, family, here's the great Jerry Jones. Jerry, what's going on today? Jerry, how you doing? I'm doing good this morning, Dolph. I see you and Carlos, and hello to PJ. See that that troublemaker coach is not in here today. Because me and Steven, we were looking for his ass. Because he had a few charged things to say that we really didn't take kindly to. Dolph. But I'm not going to hold you up there, Dolph. I know you're talking about us playing Monday night, and we want to invite everybody down. Come on down to Jerry's World. I mean, Cowboy Stadium is a wonderful facility. If I do say so myself. If you're a Raiders fan, please come on down. We welcome you, though you will leave with an L. That's right, because we will be whooping that ass. So Jerry, let me ask you this, Jerry. There's a lot of noise going on about Jerry. What's going on with the defense, Jerry? Well, hell, Dolph. I can't answer that and be the owner, can I? I don't know. You got to ask the head coach, man. And I stood up all night talking to Steven about it. Like, Steven, we're giving these guys money, man, but every time we give them money, that dang it, they just start not playing good. So what are we supposed to do? And Steven looked at me like, Pop, I don't know. I don't know what to do right now. So that's where we at, though. But we are playing the Raiders, and Geno Smith is their quarterback. And I'm sure tomorrow night Geno will give us 3 or 4, man. So, Dolph, if I was you, I'll pick us. Well, Jerry, I can't go against you in this one, man. Man, I want to say, first of all, shout out and R.I.P. to my big cousin, Roy Douglas, man, who was a diehard Raiders fan, man. R.I.P. big cuz. But little cuz got to pick against you in this one, baby. I'm taking them Dallas Cowboys over the Raiders, man, mainly because Geno Smith, man, has been a big disappointment this year for the Raiders. He was brought in there to add stability to that quarterback position for the Raiders, and he has done the total opposite. Give me the Cowboys at home, and at home they normally score 40. So I'm going with the Cowboys. I think the Cowboys win this one, man. 30, I'm going to say 32. I'm just giving random numbers out. 32 to 16, man.
Well, you got a lot of faith in that newly acquired defense I see for the Dallas Cowboys.
We
If
talking about the
anyone's thinking
Ravens.
that, yeah, I mean, if
Geno Smith.
hey, they've allowed 31 to the Bears. I mean, it just they, they allowed a lot of points to a lot of teams this year. Cardinals put up 20 something. You know what I'm saying? I'm just almost 30 on them. I'm just saying, but what I know about Quinn Williams is, like Charles Barkley always says, just because you dress a pig and put lipstick on it, it's still a pig. you know, if your defense is bad, just because you got Quinn Williams and like Overshown coming back off an injury, you're still a bad defense. I mean, one man cannot change his entire defense. But you're right, though. It is the Raiders. I'm also going with the Cowboys to win this game. I think their offense, I'm more inclined to see what their offense is going to do this week, right? Haven't really put up stellar, crazy numbers the last couple of weeks. I want to see if they can get back on the groove of things. Can George Pickens, and I understand they say, well, Lamb and Pickens, the best 1-2 combination receiving wise. I still say T. Higgins and Jamar Chase are all that. But if you're looking at your 1-2 spot, can George Pickens, actually dominate the game now since Lamb has come back to the lineup in the last 2 or 3 games? Pickens has not really had crazy games. He's had like 70 or 80 yards receiving in 2 of those, but no touchdowns, nothing to impact the game. Cowboys should win this game, but they're on the road. That scares me, dog. That scares me. Every time this team plays on the road, man, they're either losing or it's a very, 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 very close game. But I'm going with Dallas just because the roster, top to bottom, they're just better, right? Defense got slightly better after the bye week as well. They should put a little bit more pressure. And of course, Geno Smith. You think Geno Smith's going to have a breakout game today? He might. It is the Cowboys defense. But nonetheless, though, give me Dallas to win this one. My score is I'm going to have Dallas in the 30s. So I'll say Dallas 31. Give me the Raiders 15. 31 to 15.
Yeah. Same ball, folks. Same ball.
Yeah. And we are going into overtime, you guys, for the first game ever in Spain. So they get an extra, some extra 10 minutes of free football now. So shout out to the Dolphins and the Commanders that are going to OT.
Correct, man. And let's take a look at the playoffs standings right now in the NFL, Carlos.
Yes, sir.
Take that down, get that up. There we go. All right, so this is the current standing because it's that time of the season now where every game really counts. So right now we see at the beginning of the season, I did not expect after going into week 11 for the New England Patriots to be leading the AFC as the number 1 seed in week 11. The Patriots are 9-2. 9-2, the New England Patriots. Coaching matters. Getting a franchise quarterback matters.
Yes.
Getting the necessary, bringing in the correct talent of veterans matters. Drafting good rookies, having a good rookie class come in and having that class produce matters. And the Patriots, man, they're sitting number 1 in the AFC, followed by the surprising Colts. Then there's the Broncos third at 8-2. Then there's the Steelers, based off division, leading their division at 5-4. Chargers sitting at fifth at 7-3 in the AFC. Then there's Buffalo, and right now you got the Jaguars on the outside looking in. The Chiefs and the Ravens are on the outside looking in. And so let's start on the AFC side, Carlos. Right now, if the playoffs started today, this would be the 7 teams that made the playoffs in the AFC. Man, who on this list is truly a surprise to you?
I got to are we talking AFC side or NFC side?
Yeah, we talking AFC side this time.
AFC, yeah, the Patriots are the biggest surprise. Honestly, your top 3. You know, if you want to go Patriots, Colts, and the Broncos, we're back in 2012. It feels like, so it's almost like, you got Tom Brady, Peyton Manning, and the Broncos always, that nice little squads they used to have back in those days. And obviously still is at 4, but that doesn't really surprise me right now. Well, I guess you could say that with the Ravens sliding, because right now there is no Baltimore Ravens on the AFC side of things. So, but the Patriots, wonderful job by Mike Vrabel. We know And
Yeah.
this team, they're not just beating just like, bad teams. Oh, they're beating good teams too. They beat down the Buffalo Bills
Yes.
the first meeting. I mean, so this team is really playing well, and they're scared because there isn't anyone that's a household name on their team besides Stephon Diggs. And he's having an okay season for himself, but they're playing the right way. And Drake May is that guy. He's on year 2, I believe now. And to play this well with a lot of no-name guys, which means those no-name guys will be back next year as well. And of course, them getting Trevor Henderson. I was wondering when they'll actually start running that young kid from
Yes.
Ohio State, because I thought he was going to be the glue guy, early for them. And I'm glad he's getting the shine on, because he's got world-class running back speed when he gets in the open field. This Patriots team, like you said, Mike Vrabel's done a great job. Look, I was highly pissed off at New England for getting rid of Jared Mayo, but they have made me into a believer now about Mike Vrabel, who should have got fired from Tennessee. Let's be real about that. Titans just on some dumb stuff, and they are still on some dumb stuff in Tennessee, by the way. But Vrabel balling out as a head coach, man. He just they're clicking on all cylinders. Drake May, he's that kid now. He could be that next best thing, and they are giving him the keys to the franchise from year 1 to year 2. You can clearly see it, man, and he has just been marvelous all season long. And I'm loving what I'm seeing from New England. Can they keep it up? Look, we'll find out in the playoffs. They will make the playoffs. They will be it. Whether they win the division, I'm not quite sure. Still have about 6 games to go in the season, but they are on track to do some really good things, not just for this year, but in their future as well. So very excited to see New England on the AFC side. So Broncos 8-2. We all kind of thought the Broncos might have a good year this year. I didn't see 8-2 though coming. I didn't see that. I'm gonna keep it real. I saw playoffs. I saw a wild card. I didn't see win the division by almost 2.5 games after week
Yeah.
10. So yeah, those two teams really stand out. And the Colts. I mean, look,
No
we
one
didn't
saw that.
we didn't we didn't know about obviously the quarterback situation with Richardson or Daniel Jones, but obviously Daniel Jones, him and his agent are very smart people. Because they say, you know what, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna have Daniel Jones start because Richardson is iffy. And sure enough, it tells you when they go for these young guys over these veteran guys. I'm glad someone said now, it took an injury to get there, but can you imagine if AR never got hurt or didn't play as bad? He'll be starting right now, and you'll never know again. But they took the chance on Daniel Jones, and he and Taylor are balling out, and this coach team is for real.
Gotcha. Um, Again, all 3 teams, man. I mean, the Colts, the Broncos, and certainly the Patriots, man. All 3 of them are most definitely, man, a surprise to me. The biggest surprise has to be the Patriots, because I thought, listen, Mike Vrabel is a very good head coach. I believe that he had a major rebuilding job on his hand when he took over the New England Patriots. And this man has gone in there. He has made the right decisions on the people that he has brought in, as far as the veterans, trades people, getting rid of people, trading certain people away who didn't fit his vision that he had for the team. But most importantly, man, and this cannot be underestimated or understated, this is a quarterback-driven league. If you have a quarterback, it makes a world of a difference for your team. And
Yeah,
the Patriots have one of the best young quarterbacks in the league, and Drake May. Drake May is in the MVP conversation.
he is.
He is squarely in the MVP conversation. That's how good this kid has been playing. The whole team has confidence in this young man. They believe him. They follow him. They want to win for him. And that defense for the Patriots, man, listen, they got one of the best young corners in the National Football League. I say it often. Y'all hear me? My regulars. If I was starting the team and I had to get a young cornerback, Christian Gonzalez would be my first choice, man. That's how good that young man is to me. He is elite. in today's NFL, he is elite in my book. So again, looking at the AFC side, those three teams, and just right now, if it was to start today, you would have the Ravens and the Chiefs out. Man, that would be a weird scenario and weird feeling that a lot of us are not used to seeing. So now let's go on the NFC side, man. So right now we see the top four, and I guess out this bunch, it has to be Seattle right now, Carlos.
Hey, Seattle's been my most shocked team.
Yeah,
Uh, the way they're playing right now, they are just mollywhopping people. It ain't even close. I mean, and they're doing it on the road. They're doing it at home. I like the Seattle team. Sam Darnold. I mean, we all thought that, man, Kevin O'Connell was the quarterback whisperer, and he is, man. But he's putting some kind of confidence in Darnold to go to a new team the next year in Seattle and straight up, I mean, just take the reins, take the keys, and freaking ball out for that Seahawks team, man. And JSN, look, what a start to this year he's having right now. I thought he got the benefit of being the third guy behind Metcalf and Lockett last year. Now he's the guy. And I thought,
right.
he won't be as successful with him and Cooper Cup are kind of the same thing. No, I was wrong.
Yes, sir.
JSN he's bigger than I thought what I thought he was. He is faster than what I thought he was. And he has great hands. And he is not scared to go in the middle. And he's not scared to take it deep as well. And that's been the difference maker for this team. They have their number one already. Right. And when you have your quarterback and your number one receiver, right, your go-to receiver, that makes a big difference. Everyone else can kind of play their role and fall into place. So Seattle's doing it, man. I love what I'm seeing right now. That's my biggest shot because I see the Eagles in there. We know about the
Right.
Lions. We know the Buccaneers going to win the
But
NFC
right.
South. We
The
knew that
Rams.
already, man. We know about the Rams going to ball. The Bears and my thing is the Packers.
Disappointment right now.
That's the disappointment right there. The Packers are the most disappointing team that's in that slot right now because they should have been, we thought, number one or number two somewhere, and just are a different team on the road. And they can't play on the road, and we're going to find out in this game against the Giants. Because if you lose this game, well, you got guys like, keep scrolling down, Dolph. We got San Francisco, and I'm not even going to count Carolina, but like a team like Minnesota.
Right. Can
If
get
you're the
hot.
Packers, you keep messing up, and you got to face those guys again. You keep messing up and let Minnesota get into this thing, right? You cannot lose
Right.
this game against New York. I just can't fathom them losing this game. But we saw it against the Panthers.
Gotcha.
Same scenario, and obviously the teams like the Cowboys got a big long road because they got a tie as well. So they're just
Right.
and the Cowboys have to play the Vikings. They already lost to the Panthers. Are they gonna go over the 49ers? I have no idea. I don't think so. So their hope is that everyone else just bottoms out. So, but Packers are my most disappointing team right now because we just thought the world of them. And I know injuries, we say it all the time, but guess what? Injuries happen to everybody. Everybody's got injuries, man.
Yeah. Yeah. Everybody, man. And like you, man, the biggest surprise, man, has to be it's Seattle. And I'm gonna call the Bears a surprise too. I didn't see the Bears being 6-3 right
No,
now.
man. Bears are they're beating easy teams. They had the third or fourth place schedule. So from last year, they gotta beat those teams in front of them. They have to. They have to. When you start playing against decent teams like this week right here, if the Bears can beat the Vikings, I'm all for it. I'm all for it. If the Bears can find a way to beat Minnesota, I'm all for it. Then I can kind of see, what, this team, they showed me something today. They showed me something. But in reality of things, I'm not liking what I'm seeing from Chicago. And I agree with Bears fans. We love winning against these inferior teams, but we're still not beating these teams because of our number one quarterback. We're winning these teams because they're just inferior teams, and we've been getting bounces going our way all season long. So they're waiting for that breakout game for Caleb Williams against a really good team, not against the Dallas Cowboys, not against these Poochies defensive teams they're playing. They want to. So this game, I think, was going to mean a lot to both Chicago and Minnesota. I said a de facto playoff game. I feel like this is a de facto playoff game for both these teams.
Gotcha. And I mean, if you look at the matchups today, all four of the top seeds in the NFC are in the battle today. If not against each other, against a significant other. Lions and Philly go, Seattle and the Rams go, the Bucks, of course, they taking on Buffalo. So major games going down today in the NFL. Now, we've got it. Our brother, he wasn't able to make it here, but he sent in, baby, his 4-and-out with our brother Lawrence, man. Carlos, let's get Lawrence a little background music, baby, as we get 4th-and-out going with Lawrence. Soon we get this background music going. We're going to give Lawrence a little flair, baby. We'll get a little flair to Lawrence's 4th-and-out.
Let me see what I want to do, man. I guess
what you want to do? What you want to do for Lawrence, baby?
I was looking. I was trying to see what's up there, man, but I don't even know. I don't want to press it because I don't know what you got up here besides mine.
Just press it. It don't matter. Let's give him something.
I'm going to go ahead. Go.
With Lawrence, here we go.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to 4-and-Out, this week's version. We got a lot of topics to cover. First things first is, how about them New England Patriots? They won on Thursday night again, beat the Jets. Drake May continues to have his push towards an MVP in year 2. For anybody who watches us back in our August preview shows, the Patriots were a team that I continued to bring up as an underdog, and not as good as they are right now, but I thought for sure a playoff team. That mostly has to do with Mike Vrabel. What he did in Tennessee, the culture he builds. Everyone said, oh, how did the Bills let the Chiefs get Xavier Worthy? And how did everyone let the Patriots get Mike Vrabel? He's going to have them right back to where they were. They're going to be a perennial contender. And as much as it pains me to say as a Bills fan, New England seems to be all the way back. Switching to the other conference, the NFC, who is the best team this year? There's lots of teams that seem to say, hey, it's me. The Rams and Seahawks have a big matchup today to kind of determine not just the best team in their division, but possibly the NFC as a whole. The Eagles are still there, winning ugly, doesn't matter, still winning. Packers, depending on the week, they can be the best in the league, but then they also lose to the Browns like they did, putting up 10 points. The offense kind of is all over the place. I mean, you got the Eagles, the Rams, the Seahawks, the Niners are right there. They with all their injuries, so the NFC is wide open this year. It'll be a real fun close to the regular season, and the playoffs should be a lot of fun to watch as well. A couple coaches already fired this year. The question now is, who's the next one? The easy answer seems to be Mike McDaniel in Miami, but I think after they got rid of Greer, their GM, and they kept him, and then they came out and just whooped on the Bills, I'm not so sure that a change will happen if that type of play continues in South Beach. The team is still playing hard, even with all the injuries and the trades they've done and who they've gotten rid of. And the Bills have been their nemesis since Tua has been there. That was only just their third win against Buffalo, but it was a beatdown. And if they continue to play that, I think I could see a future where McDaniel is still the coach in South Beach. And then finally, is Daniel Jones starting to fall back? The last few games he's had the turnovers. Jonathan Taylor has carried them. But it really bears watching to see if this week, if again Daniel Jones ends up turning the ball over like he has the last few weeks. That's the biggest thing, was he wasn't turning it over. He was playing within himself. But if these turnovers continue to bunch up, that's a big problem for the Colts trying to fight with New England and Denver for the number 1 seed in the AFC. That comes with that bye and home field advantage for the Colts. That's big. They want to be in that dome for Daniel Jones so he doesn't have to face any elements, which should help limit the turnover. Sports, have a great Sunday.
All right, family. Yeah. All right. What's that? What we doing? What we doing? Turn it off. All right, damn, Carlo, what you did?
I didn't do nothing. I didn't do nothing.
Oh, hold on. Okay, I got you. There we go. We back.
Boom.
There we go. Take it off. There we go. We don't need it. Just take it off, damn it. Take it off. All right, that was 4th-and-Out with Lawrence, Mr. Lawrence Foster, man. Host of Come On In Bills, SNS Bills Talks. Thank you, Lawrence, for that, my brother. And listen, family, y'all know, listen, what time it is now, baby. It's time for one of the most energetic and best segues on all sports media, baby. It's time for Straight Baller. I want to know who's your straight baller of the day. give me the music because it's that time, baby. It's that time. All right, baby. And turn it on up, Carlos. You got to turn it up, baby. Turn it up. All right, NFL Nation. It's the time that you've been waiting for. Who's gonna be Dolph straight baller of the day? So as I look around the National Football League, baby, week 11, I'm sitting there and I'm looking. And I'm looking, I'm like, who's got matchups? Who's got the right matchup? Now, I could easily go to whoever's playing against the Cowboys or whoever's playing against the Ravens defense. But I said, oh, no, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to go all the way to the East Coast, baby, to the city of Brotherly Love. And who's going to pick the day as his straight baller of the day? You heard me speak about him earlier, baby. To me, he is unstoppable. He is one of the most energetic and most electrifying players in the National Football League, baby. My straight baller for the day is none other than the Detroit Lions own Jameer Gibbs, baby. Jameer Gibbs will go off today against the Eagles, and it ain't a damn thing they can do about it, baby, because he's that damn good.
I was doing just like you, Dolph. I'm searching around the world, too. Guess what? I'm going with the same position in another marquee NFC matchup. Rams taking on the freaking Seahawks, and I'm going to go with Kyren Williams. That's right. I think he's going to have a breakout game this year, and I don't mean breakout as like he just got good. He's been doing his thing, but I'm talking about a major game. I'm going with Kyren Williams, over 120 yards rushing. Give me 2 tutties for the Rams defense. Yes, you all thought Devontae Adams and Puka. No, it's going to be the running game that's going to help out Matt Stafford and company as the Rams get a big win. I'm going with Kyren Williams as my straight rolling player of the week, ladies and gentlemen.
Just let it roll, Carlos. Just let it roll, baby. Let's check the chat before we get out of here, baby. Who they got in the chat? Let's see. Let me see.
Let us know who you got in the chat, man. Who is your straight baller player of the week?
Let us know, baby.
Let us know in the chat before we get up out of here, man.
But listen, let the music play because shout out to the 8U Phony Spartans, baby. That's right, baby. We are in that bowl, baby. One more game, baby. One more week, baby. One win away, baby, for bringing it all the way home, baby. We were underdogs, baby. We were afterthoughts. We were overlooked, baby. They were laughing at us, baby. We were laughing stock, but they ain't laughing no more. Because yesterday, baby, we took down a local Pop Warner juggernaut. Dynasty, baby, they were 10-0. Just had beat the team the previous week 32-0. But guess what? We were able to hold them to 6, and they shouldn't have got that.
Wow.
It was 8-6, baby. We only needed one score and a 2-point conversions, man. Shout out to my brothers, my coaching staff, the brothers that I'm honored to take the field with. Shout out to Coach Mario, Coach Darryl, Coach Terrence, Coach Tyler, Coach Cat. Man, my brothers, great job, but we ain't finished because we got to complete the job next week, baby. And here's a little post-game celebration of us.
Without getting emotional, bro, look at here. I'm so proud of y'all, bro. Bro, I'm so proud. Coach already said it, bro. Nobody expected us to be where we at today. Nobody expected us to be where we at today, bro. Yesterday on the radio, bro, they say AU, RYA against Phony. What they say? Oh, know what they say? What they say? Oh, man, RYA. Easy. No, a no-brainer. A no-brainer. They said it was a no-brainer. It's a no-brainer. But who's going home? Who's going home? We ain't going home. Because guess what? One. Win. Come on. Win is great. Win again. Win for them.
Win again.
Where we at?
Hey, Coach. Hey, Coach Dolph, that's awesome, brother. That's awesome,
Hey,
man.
Hey, come on in, man. Listen, get behind me, man. Come on the camera, bro. Look
Yo,
here.
there you go.
Here they go, baby. Shout out my big nephew there, Monty. Say up, put your hand up, baby. 9U, baby. My brothers, they came up a little short yesterday, but guess what? They made it all the way to the conference championship, and he was one of the major reasons, man. Shout out, man, to Coach Kevin and the 9U Spartans, baby, on a great season, man. And behind me, man, Mike, where you at, baby? Come on out, baby. Y'all know Mike is in the building, baby. BB, where you at? Come on out, BB. BB, come on. Get right there. Let them see you, baby. There you go, baby. 2 of the 8U Spartans, baby. We fight for that championship this Saturday, baby. Say, man, listen, we want to thank everybody for joining us today. And remember, family, we are live each and every single Sunday morning at 10 a.m. Central, 11 a.m. Eastern, here on As the NFL Turns. And like always, family, remember, the doors are not open. So come on in. We see everybody next week, and we out.